Hello and welcome to another episode of County Perspective, the show that focuses on Frederick County government, local programs and events in the community that you live in. I'm your host Brandon Rosa, and thank you for joining us. Now let's jump right in with some recent news from Winchester Hall. Frederick County Public Libraries hosted a groundbreaking ceremony during the last week of July to mark the start of construction of the new Myersville Community Library. The town of Myersville has wanted a library for over a decade, and with efforts by County Executive Jan Gardner and Myersville Mayor Wayne Creedick Jr., the library is on its way. The 7,000 square foot library will be built at the site of Myersville's original town hall at 8 Hart Place. To reflect Myersville's history, the building will incorporate space to display one of the town's original trolley cars, trolley number 150. The library is scheduled to open next summer.
We've been waiting for this day for at least a decade. So we had a huge crowd here considering that it's raining, but hopefully the rain will be good luck and we'll move forward with a wonderful library for the community of Myersville.
It's going to be a community center. And it's great for our young people because they can come in and have access to all the materials. If they need a computer, all of the things that you need to help young people get an education. And I'm all for it. I think libraries are here to stay.
What's probably unique to this particular project is we're going to take the physical trolley, number 150, that was in this community and was part of the transportation network here in Frederick County many years ago, is going to be physically located within the trolley room within the library. So it's going to sort of memorialize the trolley, get it out from the elements, and become a museum piece of sorts.
Construction's probably going to take about a year, so we're excited to open the doors in late summer of next year. And we just appreciate the community support and the long, hard work of the mayor and the previous library director and the county executive to get us here.
If you were not at the groundbreaking ceremony, FCG-TV will be airing it on Channel 19 and on Frederick County Government's YouTube channel. On Wednesday, August 1st, County Executive Jan Gardner, as well as other county officials, broke ground for the second phase of Utica District Park. Utica is the county's largest district park. Phase 2 will be highlighted by synthetic and natural turf multi-purpose fields, 3 picnic shelters, natural and paved surface trails and walkways, and playgrounds. The new playgrounds will be a destination playground, which will be designed to inspire children and provide a creative and unique experience for all ages and abilities. Construction of Phase 2 is expected to be completed in the spring of 2020.
It will be a significant expansion to the amenities here at the park. We'll have athletic fields, 3 new pavilions, and we currently only have 1, new trails, and there's lots of things for people to come and enjoy. So this park is all about kids and families and connecting to nature.
County Executive Jan Gardner recently held a public information briefing focusing on food waste composting on agricultural land. She is proposing legislation to decrease the amount of waste that is sent to the county's landfill by making it easier for the private sector to compost. A consultant worker with the Solid Waste What's Next Steering Committee recommended the Frederick County government review its ordinances and regulations to encourage composting. The proposed legislation would allow composting operations of 10 acres or less to avoid the costly and time-consuming rezoning process. The bill creates 2 categories of activity: agricultural and commercial. Both categories would allow properties to accept food waste from outside sources, such as restaurants, to create compost. General public health guidelines about odor and noise would apply. For more information and to read the draft legislation, visit frederickcountymd.gov/food composting. Recently, FCG-TV has paired up with the Department of Aging and created a cooking program which focuses on healthy meals geared towards aging adults. Let's find out what's on the menu this week.
Hi, welcome to Silver Platter. Breakfast is the most important meal of the day, and we want to get a good start with healthy foods. Today we're going to make turkey sausage. A little twist on the sausage we normally probably have for breakfast, but turkey is a versatile and very lean, healthy meat. There's 26 grams of protein in this turkey, which is more than half of your daily protein need. We're going to start our sausage with 1 pound of ground turkey. I put that in the bowl, and we're going to add a variety of seasonings to it, and it's going to taste very similar to the sausage that you might purchase at the grocery. We're starting out with some garlic powder. You could use fresh garlic, but garlic powder is an easy condiment to keep on the shelf. We're also going to add 1/8 teaspoon of ground ginger. You know, and these measurements are definitely to taste. So if you like one spice better than another, or there's one you don't like at all, you can leave it out or add it in. You might even have a favorite that's not in here that you'd want to add. And we're going to add some nutmeg as well. That's going to give it just a little bit of depth to the flavor. We're going to add about 1/4 teaspoon of sage. A lot of people like sage in their sausage. Some don't. Again, to your taste. And we're going to add some cayenne pepper. Again, about 1/4 teaspoon, just to give it a little bit of a kick. Personally, I like a little more, so we're going to add more. And then salt and pepper to taste. We're going to mix all of these ingredients together. As I said, turkey is a low-fat meat compared to pork or beef. It's going to be just a little bit drier when you cook it. We're going to blend those ingredients all together. You can get in there with your hands. I'm just going to stir these up here. I bought my ground turkey in a 3-pound package. It was much more economical that way. And then I will just take a day and brown this, make it up in sausage, and freeze it for later use. When we have that blended, we're going to put a pan on medium heat. This pan is a ceramic pan, a coated pan, so it doesn't need cooking spray. Again, it's a great way to cut down on the fats. We're going to divide this pound into about a 1/4 pound patty. We're going to roll it with our hand, form it into a patty, and just drop that in the pan. This is going to need to cook about 4 to 5 minutes on each side. We can make the other patties up, pre-cook them. What I like to do is pre-cook those, wrap them in wax paper, and stack them in the freezer. I make my patties first. I pre-cook them and then lay them out on a cookie tray or a flat dish. Put them in the freezer so they freeze individually. Then I can just pull them off the tray, drop them into a zip bag, and I'll be able to take them out one at a time. Another thing I like to do with ground turkey is just to cook it and into it and crumble it up. Again, this is a great thing to drop in the freezer. Turkey is a great addition to things like chilies, spaghetti sauce, casseroles. Any recipe that calls for ground meat, you can use ground turkey. We're going to cook our turkey patty on both sides, hoping that it gets good and brown. Just giving it a flip every so often. As you can see on our plate with the rest of our terrific breakfast of fruit parfait, overnight oatmeal, we've added a turkey sausage patty so that we have a terrific breakfast that's easy to make and ready to go when you are. Thank you for joining me. If you would like copies of this recipe or more information and healthy tips on eating, please visit our website at frederickcountymd.gov/aging.
We're going to take a quick break, but stick around. We have plenty more coming up on County Perspective. Welcome back to County Perspective. I'm your host, Brandon Rosa. Now in a bit, we'll learn about Parks and Recreation's Mighty Tykes and Kids Triathlon. But first, let's head on over to Animal Control as we take a look at this episode's featured pet.
Daisy and Hot Dog arrived at FCAC in May of 2018. The 5 to 6-year-old Chihuahua mixes were very scared, but after a little TLC from dedicated staff and volunteers, they have turned a corner. Daisy and Hot Dog require an adult-only home and do have some medical needs. If you have the time and patience to wait for Daisy and Hot Dog to fall in love with you, visit them at Frederick County Animal Control and Pet Adoption Center, 1832 Rosemont Avenue.
Are you looking to learn or try something new? Maybe you just want to drop in on a local program. Check out some of these county-hosted events that are coming up in the next few days. Do you have a little one between the ages of 3 and 7 who thinks they have what it takes to be a triathlete? Frederick County Parks and Recreation is holding its annual Mighty Tykes and Kids Triathlon on August 18th. Let's go to Carrie Sprinkle to find out more.
Hi, I'm Carrie Sprinkle, Recreation Supervisor for Frederick County Parks and Recreation. I'm here at Ballinger Creek Park to tell you about one of our most loved events for pint-sized athletes. The Mighty Tikes Mighty Kids Triathlon is a triathlon designed just for preschoolers and younger kids. Just like a traditional triathlon, kids will hop on their bicycles and zoom through the bike course. Kids will then drop their bikes and take off for our modified swim section, which is actually a water obstacle course located on our turf field. When they finish cooling down in the water, they'll dash through the finish line where they'll receive a medal and a popsicle. Not only is this event fun, but getting outside and being active for at least 1 hour a day is very beneficial for your children. It's even one of our Live Well pillars. Every participant should come with their own bike and helmet, a water bottle, sunscreen, and appropriate clothing for the water portion. Pre-registration is required for this fun event. Every participant will receive a t-shirt when they arrive, which can be worn during the race. Space is limited for this annual event. To register, log on to www.recreator.com or call 301-600-2936. We can't wait to see you and your kids out on the course.
For a full listing of all Parks and Recreation programs and events, log on to recreator.com. Now at the end of our show, we like to mention a few things our viewers should keep an eye out for in the upcoming weeks. The Frederick County Health Department and the Frederick Regional Health System are currently conducting a health survey to learn more about local community health issues. This online survey is part of the Community Health Needs Assessment process, and the information shared in it will be used to identify health priorities and efforts for the next several years. All county residents are encouraged to take this anonymous survey. To take the survey, visit bit.ly/yourhealth2018 before the August 31st deadline. The survey is available in English and Spanish. To learn more about your local health department and activities, visit frederickcountymd.gov/health. County Executive Jan Gardner recently hosted a Frederick at its Best proclamation ceremony to celebrate Parks and Recreation Month. Around 2 million people visit our parks yearly, and this year alone, there are more than 5,300 participants registered for summer camps. Earlier this year, Frederick County broke ground on a passive park in Pointer Rocks. In August, the county started construction of the next phase of Utica District Park and will soon break ground on the exciting new Othello Regional Park in the Brunswick-Jefferson area. Our parks also foster new relationships and forge connections with nature at the Catoctin Creek Nature Center and Fountain Rock Nature Center while preserving the county's rich history at Rose Hill Manor Park. Frederick County Parks and Recreation is currently enrolling participants for its fall sports leagues and other programs. If you want to learn more, visit recreator.com or call the main number at 301-600-2936. Well, that's it for this episode of County Perspective. Don't forget to follow Frederick County on social media in order to keep up to date on important news and events. We'll see you next time for a fresh look from a county perspective.